What's up, guys? It is Depano here in 3.15 League with my Raider. I am playing at the moment Rain of Arrows. I plan on changing this to Frenzy. Um, Maybe we can just go ahead and just do that for the video. So on my offhand, I have a level 18 Frenzy and Barrage support. Probably take out GMP. And I'm going to use Frenzy to kill. What Frenzy does is it says more attack damage and more attack speed per Frenzy charge. And I'm stacking 9 Frenzies on this build. To do that, it's not too expensive. To get more than 9, it is expensive. So you start with 3 in this game. I grab 1 here and I put in an Inspire Learning. Inspire Learning is very cheap this league. And I'm going to tell you some secrets about it. So we got 4th Frenzy here, 5th Frenzy here, 6th Frenzy here. This is Frenzy scaling. You get evasion, movement speed, attack speed, and this last one is very, very good because it gives you increased damage per Frenzy charge. So I have 6 Frenzies as of yet, 7 Frenzies here. And then on my gear I have a Frenzy here, 8, and a Frenzy here, 9. So with 9 Frenzies, I'm using 2 pieces of gear to scale my Frenzies as of right now. I'm using my Quiver, which gives me 4 to 7 cold damage per Frenzy charge. I got super lucky on this Quiver. I used an Essence. On my Essence, I basically hit everything you see here. And that is very lucky, and I couldn't have been more happy. And then on my necklace, I bought increased damage per Frenzy charge necklace that was recommended to me by Kurgs, one of my good friends who helped me out so much this league. So thank you, Kurgs, for all the help. And this helps me scale my Frenzy. So 9 times 4, it's not super big number, but it's 36 increased damage. The max WED you can get on a necklace is 50, and if you can get 36 more, why not? Later on, I plan on putting +1 Frenzy charge rings on. Now, one thing I should tell you guys, as of right now, with all my gear invested in this build, I don't think I'm a boss killer. And I don't think you should consider this build a boss killer. But if you've been watching YouTube's videos, you can see that playing at a slow speed seems to be pretty common this league. And this build is very different than that. There's nothing slow about it, in my opinion at least. So here I have a tier 16. There's 3 bosses on City Square. My currency situation is scuffed, but whatever, we'll figure it out. We're gonna Regal and Chaos. So boss has 35% increased life, Enfeeble and Vuln. Let me do this one more time. I don't want to do that map. Alright, this is the one we're gonna stop on. Anyways, some things I wanted to say. I don't know the exact situation, but I will say this in my video and I mean it. I believe Inspired Learning is better than Headhunter currently. If there's any way you can fit an Inspired Learning in your build as opposed to wearing a Headhunter, I believe it's better. I have heard rumors that Headhunter is losing buffs or can't hold multiple of the same buffs at the moment. So maybe that might be the reasoning. But what my reasoning is if you have 2 Inspired Learnings, and you kill a mob will probably have 1 really good mod that you want, 1 okay mod, and 2 bad mods, right? 2 prefixes and 2 suffixes, I believe. And you guys can correct me. I haven't checked on this for quite a while. But Inspired allows you to take that 1 very good mod twice. And all that other stuff that you get with Headhunter, the okay mod and the 2 bad mods, they're good, but they've been nerfed. Like, defensive stuff has been nerfed, and that's probably one of the only okay mods. So long story short, I truly believe Inspired Learning is better than Headhunter. Yesterday, I got scammed. Bought this for 3x. It's all good. I'm just kidding. I didn't get scammed. We have... this is really important. You need this in your build somewhere. Storm Rider, right? I used to have it on a medium. I bought this for the large. Was hoping I could get this snowstorm right here, and then I have disorienting display. I don't do an elemental skill, so picking this node is kind of sad. But anyways, if you invest in the whole wheel and you are using Hydrosphere, Hydrosphere is an elemental skill. So I do think, you know, between this and this, so like if I'm fighting a boss, I'll put this on him and then I'll smoke mine around him, right? And now the dude's fucking blind. Like if he's not blind, he's blinded between the two things. I hope. That's the hope there. So I think with a little bit of more thinking, you could possibly find a better cluster. But the big takeaway on this is you need Storm Rider. If you have a problem balancing your Trinity, you know, stuff like Snowstorm might help you out a lot. Keep that in mind. So the big thing I have going on in the build to just make it pop off, make it work with, you know, multiple bows, everything, is I have my favorite cluster jewel, Precise Retaliation and Pressure Points. I've been telling people for like ever that this is the best cluster jewel for so many builds. And the reason being is many builds don't block. So if you can get, you know, double damage plus 90% crit chance, actually like 105% increased crit chance, it's pretty fucking good. You know, multi is super good in AoE, but if you don't have the crit chance to supplement it, it's gonna be lackluster. So I personally like Precise Retaliation. I bought these jewels for 20 to 40C. They're already up to 1.5x. They're for some reason really hard to roll. So there's not too many on the market, to be honest. All right, moving forward. Like any bow build, you want to, you know, put some good Abyss jewels in with flat damage if possible. This one is okay, but I prefer flat damage. I do one weird thing on my build where I will put increased crit multi. Like this is my normal 6-link, which would be Rain of Arrows, Divergent Inspiration, crit damage, elemental damage, Mirage Archer, and Trinity. And long story short, POB tells me the most damage is if I put Conk Effect in here, but I feel the best with increased AoE. And on my bow, I have increased AoE. And before I bought this cluster, I had 2 clusters like this. And these 2 clusters give Broadside, and Broadside gives 25% increased AoE. And this allows my Rain of Arrows to be super juicy and have a lot of overlap. Other than that, there's 2 really important things on my build. Is I get life gained on hit right here, and I get mana gained on hit here, and I also helped Alira, so I get flat mana regen, and that really helps me run my build smooth. Divergent Inspiration makes the mana cost less. Yeah. So let me put in a map. Let's just show you what the build looks like. This is a tier 16 city square. I'll put Beast on it. And like I said, the build shines on clearing. It's only 2600 HP. It is balanced on reses. I used to invest in Chaos Res when I didn't want to die. But now I don't care too much about dying because I'm level 100. So let me show you what's up.
Come on now, don't go all day.
I just kind of don't really have a exact way of doing this. I just do whatever I think. And sometimes I run Val Clarity and I just hit Val Clarity instead, because Raider ends up attacking very fast once you're stacking all these frenzy charges. And yeah, with that attack speed, you're gonna need to, it's kind of like, oh god, with that much, don't mind that death, with that much attack speed, it's very hard to sustain your mana, right? So if you don't have the mana, you're not going to be doing the damage. So that's why I truly recommend mana gain on hit. And life gain on hit, if you saw, they can barely hit me. So if they don't one-shot me and I use like Wicked Ward and all the defenses of Raider, if they eventually hit me, I bring it all back with Rain of Arrows, because Rain of Arrows hits so many people and I don't have that big of a life pool. So 10 life gain on hit or whatever I have, it ends up being a lot of life gain back. So, you know, these are red beasts. If I hit him with the frenzy, it do tons of damage. I haven't used frenzy until this video, and in my honest opinion, it feels pretty fucking good. If I hit them with it, their health just seems to go away, because I have so many more multipliers and so much flat damage on my bow that, yeah. And I also re-leveled my curses, so this is literally a kind of a scuff setup right now, and it still works. Another question I had, and maybe someone can answer, is, I'll show you after the map actually. Oh shit. This is the life gain on hit coming back. I don't like frenzy. Frenzy, see, I'd use a single target skill. Okay. I use a single target skill like frenzy, and it feels sometimes like it's doing no damage. And let's go back to the boss now and just fight him with just Rain of Arrows. With Rain of Arrows and Mirage Archer, I can actually manually dodge them. And if I, you know, happen to not manually dodge them, I have my Ascendancy. And with my Ascendancy, it gives me full dodge and everything. So, you know, with everything up, it's really, really good. My chest gives me dodge spells, dodge attacks. This gives me per frenzy charge, it gives me dodge attack hits. So basically, spells have a small chance to hit me. I evade so much, and then if I do get hit, I have layers like Wind Dancer and stuff to protect me. All right. What I wanted to explain is one thing. I think I mentioned it before. Is I have Herald of Ice linked to increase crit strikes, and what does that do? It gives it +2 base crit and increased crit strike chance. Now that my Herald has a base crit, all this stuff, all these crits are applying to it because it's to everything. So my Herald's critting, and I personally think the effects of Rampage are causing a crit to go on. I feel like, you know, the skills Rampage puts off, those skills are critting because the Rampage is linked to increased crit. But I could be wrong, and if you guys want to correct me. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention to you guys before I ended this video is I put a search together. And you can totally modify it. But I'm going for 3 good prefixes: high cold damage, high fire damage, lightning with wed. So this is the search. I'm gonna link it below. On Path of Building, I guess I'm just gonna import my character just so you guys can see how I do it, and I'll link the POB below. So I'll go Depano SNES, Jewels, Items, done. I go Items, click, boom. Config, I have power charges because of that node. Frenzy charges, inspiration. I crit recently. I'm going to change this to Rain of Arrows. We're going to change this to 50 for resonance. We're going to ignite, burn, chill, shock. And we're going to put Cirrus. So currently right now I do per arrow 500,000 damage about. And if you look in game, when I do shoot, and this is with woke AoE in the gems, there's an overlap. So, you know, this is possibly 1 million, possibly 1.5 million. I'm gonna save this as DAP Rain of Arrows. And I'm gonna import, I'm gonna generate, share, copy. And I do really appreciate you guys watching the video. I want to make more videos about this build because I truly do love it. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I appreciate it. Have a good one.